So it's been a hot minute since I looked at this. I think it was, yeah, I guess a month ago. But there's a bunch of small gameplay sneak peeks for the game Exodus, which is being done by some former BioWare and Mass Effect developers, as I recall. But yeah, Exodus, your homeworld is dying 40,000 years in the future. Humanity faces extinction, and you're the only one who can stop it. No pressure there. Step forward, your Exodus begins early 2027. Wishlist on play. Lead humanity's fight for survival against the Celestials. Explore extraordinary worlds. Confront time itself to shape the fate of generations. So I guess we'll kind of get a bit of an update because the last video was posted 5 days ago. They've been kind of putting them out a little bit consistently here. And when was, let me see, like even the last clip. I did that pretty cool. Yeah, so that was, okay, March 30th that I had that posted. And so I guess we could kind of take a bit of an extra look here, see some of the gameplay trailer, gameplay sneak peek, see how that's going. Because they even do have, I don't know if you can see it, but a gameplay first look at conversations and choices, see how that plays out. Otherwise, yeah, check that for a moment. All right, let's check out Breaching Console. Right, sound. There we go. Ooh, explodey. Okay, so we're still that's kind of, I don't know if we saw this before, but that is looking very much the same kind of, very similar to the wheel of the console side for Mass Effect. And you can enable it for the PC too, especially that looks familiar. Looks like you got some extra melee weapons going on here. Next one. Definitely gonna be a little more interesting in this conversation dialogue wheel or whatever they're gonna have for it. Whip gameplay not represented of the final. Yeah. That one was real. Traversing the molten depths. So your Enviro suit can maintain those extreme. Oh wow! Okay. Oh, I think I remember them. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember like some of the stuff that they talked about, and that was part of literal world building, kind of taking shape and stuff like that. So instead of looking behind this regular waterfall, it's a volcano waterfall. Doing some grappling shots there. Let's see the stealth and first Dan Blackroyd said the entire second movie of the trilogy is a pod race. Oh my god! Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Sometimes you gotta sprinkle things in. Too much of a good thing. Hassan, hello. How are you doing? Saying, is this the gnome cave James was talking about? It might be. It might have the same disastrous effects on your psyche. Yes. How are you doing today, sir? Hope you're doing well. Tucker says, do they have a clip titled Vent? I was just thinking about if they do not have a scene where I get to leave a child in the vent to die, I'm out. If they don't let me do that, I think I'll already be out. I need to be able to abandon a child in a vent and let him go because the little bastard didn't take my help. Batman mode. Well, at least don't keep Batman mode on all the time. Oh, you get to disarm traps. Okay. But okay, so I guess that's kind of the question. Like, do they have? If it's just an action adventure, I guess not. But it makes me wonder. Trying to do RPG light mechanic. Do you have to have ability disarming traps and stuff like that in a certain skill level? How did the wow? I was gonna say the exploding robot. I felt like that. I mean, that made its noise. That should have been detected. Oh well. Let's see now. Wiki just kind of showing off hub worlds. I'm guessing. Persepolis cityscape. Persepolis is located at Lydon's hot pole. You guys may want to rephrase, which faces Gallerus, a large gas giant with cloud structures evocative of a heavenly firmament. Gallerus produces substantial heat and is magnetosphere, protects Lydon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. From Malik Bell's lethal radiation burst. Space tech. Colossal structure reached up beyond the atmosphere, allowing for more cost-effective transport off-planet, currently inoperable and in a state of disrepair. Don, I believe you're going to. He's asking, do you get to cut? I want to say they will let you. This is some former BioWare devs, and we'll take a look at the website again just to kind of double check on a couple of things. But I'm pretty sure, at least I'd be surprised if you did, because they've been kind of like it is. They've been showing off like the main character as being kind of not giving like a face like they eventually did with Shepard. Dan Blackbeard, favorite store. Now we'll get to see the conversation.
Walls are towering. The cave is starting to reclaim them. The colors are all muted in the dark, grays and browns. Some green where lichen is growing. The light from the surface
like the filters
is
that used to be in game,
like fog.
It's the way I perceive the same sight is quite more like vision. But my drone, not video. I know they're tell you it's precise radio. There are things I can, metaphorically speaking. You've seen it. The way I can interact with some. I'm not like you. It isn't built in their evolution.
So it's fairly
Doesn't
basic
that worry
the way
you?
they have it set up.
Being changed?
No. Yes. Sometimes. It's inevitable. Necessary for survival. The Celestials know that. We have to learn. That's why I'm so interested in...
Still haven't told me what this remnant...
Better to show you. If we can find... Come on!
So yeah, that's a pretty kind of basic little just kind of... Which, I mean, you don't need a lot, but like in terms of presentation, it's pretty kind of... It feels like a bare bones sort of thing. Almost like classic BioWare, Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, or whatever. Like just having those options just like that, unlike where Mass Effect had that specific... Son asking the real question: get to clap? Do we get to clap Alien Cheeks? It's former BioWare devs and everything, so I imagine yes, you will get to probably clap. So I'd be shocked. The last one here from 5 days ago for gameplay deep in Ghost City. Now, I want to see him fall. Let him just fall to his death. Damn it. I don't know, some of these graphics and stuff are, it's kind of like, it feels like, it kind of makes me think of Destiny a little bit. But I also see the inspiration from Mass Effect and BioWare and stuff. Well, they've certainly got some. The combat looks that's kind of making me think of what class is that? They made it a lot in Mass Effect 2 was where like the biotic powers really came. I'm trying to remember Vanguard, I think, because that punch down effect with the and good morning to you, Zach 8 over on the Rumble side. How are you? Don says yeah 100%. And I want to say Vanguard that was looking like some of the Vanguard powers a little bit, except instead of like the big Mass Effect field effects that pop up, smash. And put out the shock, a bunch of earth and stone and stuff. Check out the website. I think I had heard too that, but for humanity's last hope. You're always humanity. Well, I mean that's the way it should be. You should be humanity's last hope. The thing is, I hope I am actually I can actually be the hope and survive. Let's see. Step forward to become the traveler, leading humanity's fight for survival against Celestials. Action adventure RPG. Base our evolution 40,000 years into the future. Explore extraordinary new worlds and go where no man has gone. They do have the availability for wish listing. I think I already have. Yeah, it's already on my wish list. It's on Steam, so you can wish list it on Steam. Although it'd be nice. It would be nice if these game companies started to show some of this wish listing love UG as well. Oh well. Because I wanted to say that they do allow. I imagine, but I don't believe they've shown the character because they only revealed so much. Kind of do a quick little next. Yeah, you play as they customize. Yeah, so you will get to customize the protect. That's the whole thing for that. So it's very, very Mass Effect-y, or just like a lot of these RPGs now. They give you kind of a Jun as salvager turned traveler, a renegade among the stars, humanity's last hope against the Celestials. Never meant to live and die scraping through wreckage. As heir of the legendary traveler Orion, as you have a unique gift that makes you able to interface with Celestials tech in a way no other human. That'll give you kind of your introduction. Here are some of the characters. Combat, sure, you can fuck one of them eventually. even the octopus, I'm sure you'll get into some freaky shit with, because currently. Otherwise, the story companions, that's interesting. So you have combat companions, and then you have story. Not all of them have been shown off. So I imagine you can bang one. Son, what? Orion Asian? Yeah, Orion Asian is your main CC Orla. But, oh, that's right. There's the Changelings, the Awakened. There's going to be some weird stuff. But, okay, so this is who the Elise Chero was in that big mech suit. A blunt, no-nonsense sleeper from the 23rd century Earth. A seasoned mercenary, weapons expert, and former gang member. Turned salvager. Felice has your back. It means she's in front of you, clearing a path. Tom Vargas, a former traveler haunted by the loss of his wife. He wandered the stars before rebuilding his life on Lida as a skilled salvager, sharp, resourceful, and deeply connected. He's learned to thrive in the wreckage of the past. Other people's bios are redacted. Finally, some. Yeah, and companions in your journey, you will be joined by a cadre diverse and dedicated, with some with deep personal stakes in your mission, and others who bring specialized skills for survival. Each has their own personality, motivations, and story, and you may find that a few bonds run deeper than you expected. So there's your little hint that you're going to be able to bang probably some. They're smart, they'll just let you bang. Just so you don't have to worry about the freaks and weirdos complaining. But there you have it. There's a little update from Exodus. I can only say I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm going to absolutely expect the worst out of this. I don't want to, but unfortunately, this is kind of how a lot of this stuff is conditioned. I think a lot of people, besides just myself. I mean, the gameplay looks fine. It doesn't look like it's going to change the world, but it's bringing its own flair. Yeah. Well, and Dan Blackridge saying story sounds a little weird, but the gameplay looks like strong point. Oh yeah, the gameplay looks like it'll be fun. It looks like it keeps you interactive with the world. And for its faults, that's kind of what was a little bit good with what little of Andromeda I did play. The gameplay felt a little more. They gave you a little more to do, the whole jumping around and stuff like that. But mods really kind of helped at least give you more freedom. But it did give you the chance to jump around and kind of get a little more into it. And that's what this is looking like too, is you're getting to be taking a little more part in the world than just a regular BioWare game, which is kind of like, at some points, a walking sim, as you just kind of walk and talk to people and then get into an occasional gunfight. And like it is, for the story, they're probably just keeping these little details out there. More will be, of course, gained once you get to play the full game. But yeah, early 2027 is when this is looking to be coming out. We'll see if they stick to that or if they have to maybe push it back. You never know sometimes. But it'll be interesting to see what comes of this. I'm hoping it'll be a good one. I could always go for a good, action RPG, especially that isn't just a typical grind fest for a lot of like JRPG. So yeah, that was a little update from them. Kind of see the current state of play.
Thank you for watching this clip from Respawn Roast Cantina. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see, and check out the full episode.